Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Tej. Today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make some beats for J. Cole's off-season, kind of those harder hitting songs like Amari and 100 Mil. It's kind of gonna be that like sampled vibe, but they're gonna have like the harder hitting trap drums similar to those tracks. I'm just gonna break down how I went through, I made the melodies, drums, etc. So yeah, with that being said, let's just hop right into it. So for the melody, I went into Arcade and I got this effective preset and I set the key to A sharp minor and I just drew in the melody in the MIDI. So I kind of wanted to have that like chopped sample type of feel with it. That's why I added a couple of these like D sharp notes here just to kind of give it like an effect as if you were to chop the sample up and arrange it. After that, I opened up a Keyzone Classic Yamaha grand piano and I just drew out these notes, mainly just as bass notes. So in context with the strings melody, it sounds like this. Alright, so for the effects on the Arcade melody, I tossed a low cut EQ with a little bit of high cut just to kind of cut out some of those higher frequencies. And then I put in another EQ to cut out a little bit of the highs and some of the mids to give some room for the drums. And then I went into Supermassive, I put the warp up to 13.8%. And in the mixer rack, I turned it down to 41% on the knob. And then I went to Vinyl and turned the detune up a little bit and the wear up. On the piano, I put a low cut EQ just so that it doesn't conflict with the 808s whenever they're played. The melody, I kept kind of simple in terms of like number of layering. I didn't really make the strings from scratch, so using Arcade was really helpful in that. But overall, like, I think that's pretty much all I really had for the melody. I didn't do too much outside of that. So moving on to the drums, the first thing that I added was a clap pattern, and it's just the typical third beat of every measure, and then the fourth and eighth measures have a clap on the end of one. And then after that, I got this hi-hat and I put in this hi-hat pattern. So the rolls I ended up using are either from the 1/3 beat, 1/6 beat, or 1/3 step from the magnet tool. And then I added this rim perk to the end of one on the second and sixth measure. Then I added my 808, and it's pretty simple. It just follows the bass line of the piano in terms of notes, and then the C note is just kind of like a transition note to go back to A sharp. And then next I added an open hat sound and just put it on the second beat of all the even measures. And then I added a kick just to add a little bit extra punch to that 808. And the last thing that I did was I added this like laser sound effect, I guess. And I think it just kind of adds a little bit of more of a vibe to the track. So this is what it sounds like with the rest of the track. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I kept the melody and the drums pretty simple for this track because I wanted to give enough room for a really lyrical artist such as J. Cole to kind of just go off on this track. Thank you all for watching. I'll have the full beat played at the end. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Check out my Instagram. Link will be in the description or at beatsbytej. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So I'll see y'all later.
Yo, Tej, what's up?